If you clicked on this video, I want to say something to you before anything else. You're not too sensitive. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're a woman whose nervous system has been living in fight, flight, freeze for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to just exhale. You laugh less than you used to. You've gotten quiet in rooms where you used to have opinions. And somewhere along the way, you stopped bringing things up. Not because they stopped mattering to you, but because it stopped feeling safe to say them out loud. If that's you, stay with me for the next few minutes. I'm not here to tell you what to do about your marriage. I'm here to tell you what exactly is happening inside your body and what to do about that starting today. Here's what I want you to understand first. What you're feeling has a name, and it's not overreacting. Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn are survival responses. Your nervous system uses them when it perceives threat, an ongoing threat. And in a marriage where you're walking on eggshells, being dismissed, or bracing for the next hard moment, your body doesn't know the difference between a tiger chasing you and a tense dinner table. It responds the same way. Fight might look like you snapping over something small. Flight might look like you staying busy every waking hour so you don't have to feel anything. Freeze might look like going numb, going quiet, or disappearing a little more each year. And fawn is basically please and appease, going along to get along. None of that is a character flaw. It's biology doing exactly what it was built to do. Before I go further, I want to tell you something important. You don't have to carry this alone, and you don't have to figure it out from some random video on the internet, including mine. I've built a community called Detox Your Marriage, specifically for women in this exact situation. Women who are still in it, still committed, but who need somewhere safe to actually say the quiet parts out loud. Women who get it without you having to explain it from scratch every time. If any part of what I've said so far feels like it's describing your life, go ahead and join us now. The link is down below. Come as you are. You don't need to have figured it out first. Now, let's talk about what is actually happening inside your body and what you can do about it. Here's the piece almost no one tells women in hard marriages. Insight alone, reading another book, doesn't heal a dysregulated nervous system. You can understand everything about your situation intellectually. You can journal about it. You can talk about it in therapy. You can even explain it perfectly to a friend and still feel your chest tighten every time his car pulls into the driveway. That's not a failure on your part. That's because trauma isn't stored primarily in your thinking brain. It's stored in your body. This is the foundation of something I call the relational nervous system integration model. And the short version is this: your body learned through repetition that certain rooms, certain tones of voice, certain silences were dangerous. And your body will keep sounding the alarm until it has new, repeated evidence that safety is possible. Not one single conversation, but repeated evidence over time. That's why just think about it differently has never worked for you, and it's never going to. Your body needs something else, regulation, not just reasoning. And here's the hope in that. If your nervous system has learned this pattern through repetition, it can learn a new one the same way. Not overnight, but it is absolutely possible. And we've watched it happen in women who felt every bit as stuck as you might feel right now. Trauma is not something you remember. It's something your nervous system learns. If you ever thought, I understand my trauma intellectually, but my body still does not feel safe, this book is written for you. In the Trauma Recovery Blueprint, I introduce the Relational Nervous System Integration Model. It's an integrative framework that bridges polyvagal theory, internal family systems, and EMDR-informed trauma healing. It helps explain how trauma reshapes the body, emotional patterns, relational expectations, and the nervous system itself. This is not simply a book about coping. This is a whole new framework for understanding healing. The Trauma Recovery Blueprint is out now on Amazon. Click the link below for more information now. I think of a woman that we worked with who told me on our very first conversation, she said, I don't even know when I stopped having a voice in this marriage. I just noticed one day that I'd gone quiet, and I couldn't remember the last time I said what I actually thought. This woman wasn't looking for permission to leave. She wasn't even sure that's what she wanted. What she needed was to understand that her silence wasn't weakness. It was a survival adaptation that had outlived its usefulness. And once she understood that, something started to shift. Not her marriage, no, not right away. Her. She started noticing the moment her body wanted to shrink. And instead of automatically obeying, she felt the freedom to start asking, is this actually dangerous right now, or is this an old alarm going off? That question, asked consistently, is where her voice started coming back. We worked with her using clinically proven, validated tools to create that shift. So if you're wondering where to even start, I want to give you a simple map. It's called the RSVP framework, and it's got 4 stages in order. Recognize, R is for recognize, telling yourself the truth about what's actually happening without minimizing it and without catastrophizing it. S is for stabilize, getting your own nervous system and your own daily rhythms steady again before we try to change anything external. It's quieting the nervous system using clinically proven tools to do so. V is for vitalize. This is the stage most women skip past too quickly. It's not just coping better. It's not just managing the stresses. It's rebuilding what's actually alive in you that's got lost along the way. The joy, the identity, perhaps your relationship with God, definitely your relationship with yourself. And P is for protect and practice, the ongoing boundaries and rhythms that keep you and that keep what you've rebuilt from sliding backward under pressure. So this is a stepwise process. You don't need to do all 4 today, but you need to know they exist and that there's an order to this and it's not random. Now, if this video is the first time someone has explained your body to you like this, I don't want it to be the last. I've written 2 books that go much deeper than any 7-minute video could. The Trauma Recovery Blueprint walks through the nervous system piece in full and in detail in a clear and understandable way. I explain why you react the way you do and the practical tools to start shifting it, not just understand it. The RSVP protocol walks through all 4 stages I just described step by step with a faith-centered foundation throughout. And that book has a 6-week guide if you want to go through it alone or, better yet, alongside other women. Both of those books are linked below this video. You don't have to read either one cover to cover in one sitting. That's not helpful. Start with whichever chapter matches exactly where you're at today. Wherever you are right now, fighting or fleeing or frozen, I want you to hear this clearly. You haven't lost yourself permanently. You've just lost access to yourself for a season. That is totally different And that is reversible. You don't need your husband to change first. You need one next step. And so take it today. I'll see you in the next video.